Hey there, troopers. Rabid here, and I want to show you the 3 best bug corpse removal builds in the game for Starship Troopers Extermination. Alright, so I think that these 3 classes can really excel for anybody that's a horde mode enthusiast, or for anybody that always gets a little bit antsy when you see large piles of bug corpses stack up and no one's really taking care of it. Right, so not only is this going to be good for horde mode, it's going to be good in general for base defense on Advanced Secure or AAS and Arc mode. Right. As with any list of things that are good, there's always got to be something that's not as good as the best. And the first one we're going to talk about is the engineer. You're probably thinking, well, Rabbit, you're kind of crazy. Wasn't the engineer designed to be the thing that removes bug corpses? Yes, it is, because of the shovel. Now, it can, for the most part, one-hit destroy a bug corpse, but the bigger the bug, like a Tiger and Royal Guard, well, the more hits it takes. And in general, any trooper can take the flamethrower with the custodial training perk and it'll do rather well. But because of the shovel, the engineer puts it in one of the top 3. Alright, so to maximize your results, you're going to want to use the flamethrower with volatile mixture. So it's going to give you plus 100% direct damage. Has no correlation on the actual damage it'll deal to, say, a bug corpse, but this is going to also allow you to kill anything that's in, on, or around the pile of bugs. So it kind of be like a little multi-purpose, right? The other thing I like to use is the reserve tanks. That gives you essentially four tanks to work with for your ammo. But you always gotta have the turbojet nozzle because it gives you 50% extra range. And I forget what the exact number is, but I think it gives you anywhere from 11 to 17 extra meters. I tested it a while ago, but I can't quite remember. But just know it gives you a lot more range than if you don't have it on. Right? Your secondary weapon can be whatever. Your utilities can be whatever, but the grenade you want to use, I know it obscures line of sight really bad for troopers, but the napalm grenade, this is really good for if a base is breached, right? Or if you don't want bugs occupying a certain area, say for example the pile of bug corpses that you're trying to get rid of, well, just throw it on there. They're not going to cross that line where the fire is. Right? Also really useful if a bunker gets destroyed, throw a napalm grenade on it and the bugs should not enter that area. Right, but the main perk you want to use is custodial training. Not only does it give you XP, only a little bit per bug corpse removed, but it gives you plus 100% flamethrower damage versus bug corpses, and it increases 100% melee damage when you're using your shovel. So now you can really just, get rid of the bug corpses in the fastest amount of time. You're probably wondering why I'm not using, where is it? The additive solvents. It gives 50% extra damage versus bug corpses, but I found out, that, where is the thing? The volatile mixture is a little more useful just in general, because I'll kill anything that gets close to you while you're trying to actively remove a bug corpse pile. Because additive solvents, it does 50% less direct damage. It's more of a damage over time ammo modification, but really you want stuff to die as fast as possible. That way you can still do your job, which is to remove the bug corpses, right? So that's the first of the three. That's the worst of the three. But the second best of the three is actually the Demolisher. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna have custodial training, except this time we're actually going to use the prosthetic servos. This actually allows the Demolisher to quite literally punch a bug corpse until it goes away. Now, again, like the shovel, it takes several hits to get rid of a larger bug like tigers and royal guards, right? Well, like we mentioned earlier, custodial training will give you 100% melee damage versus bug corpses. You never need to reload your fist, right? So, by itself, kind of like how the engineer is, their melee attack, if you do use prosthetic servos, will allow you to just get rid of bug corpses that way. However, uh, their gear, their utility, and their primary weapon can make them get rid of bug corpses even better than most other troopers can, right? The nuclear det pack and thermocharge can effectively remove large piles of bugs, and they're even better now because we can now toss it like a few meters. Right, so you no longer have to stare directly at the floor and then hopefully it takes and it places itself on the ground. Okay, these are way more versatile now that we're in Update 11. Okay, the lure grenade, now it does have access to napalm grenade, but the lure grenade will always win out because they'll quite literally attract the attention of the bugs wherever these things detonate. So if you need to get bugs away from like a base breach or away from bugs piling up on the bug corpse pile, throw the lure grenade away from it and it'll peel some off of it, giving everyone a chance to get in there and destroy Bug Mountain, Bug Corpse Mountain. Alright, now, because we still need to play to the strengths of the class, we're gonna still use the Chi Hung grenade launcher, except we're gonna add the napalm grenades. Now the napalm grenades, although the explosion does not destroy the bug corpses, but the napalm it leaves behind will slowly, over time, destroy bug corpses. Takes several seconds, but it can actually destroy them. Very interesting. I don't know if a lot of people know that. I don't know if it still exists in Update 11. I haven't had a chance to really try it out. But prior to Update 11, I can for sure tell you it removes bug corpses. It just takes a little while. So if you need to take something out at long range, that's the thing you want to use, right? Now, if you don't have any more ammo, you went through all of your reserve magazines, well, you always have your fists to go in and destroy bug corpses that way. And this class is better at removing bug corpses manually than the engineer because they have Watkins trigger. If you have Watkins trigger on, you don't care about dying, right? Because this thing will allow you to come back into the game without spending a single reinforcement ticket. So this has kind of like a leg up over an engineer, because once an engineer gets gulped by a bug, that's it. They have to wait for revival, or they die, respawn, spend a reinforcement ticket. The Demolisher don't care, right? So this is why I think the Demolisher has kind of like an advantage over, say, you know, the Engineer, right? They both have the same running speed, but in a matter of life and death, the Demolisher can be like a phoenix and rise from the grave. Pretty nifty. But you're probably wondering, well, what's the top pick for, you know, best bug corpse removal class build? And, well, it's the Ranger. You're probably thinking again, well, Rabid, you're absolutely insane, dude. And maybe I am. But give me a chance here to explain why I think the Ranger is the best class at removing bug corpses. Okay, so the same loadout for the flamethrower. It has a turbojet nozzle for increased range. It has the volatile mixture to increase direct damage against the bugs. Great for killing anything that's in, on, or around the bug corpse pile. And we're going to have a lot of ammo because we've got the reserve tanks to give us 4 extra tanks. Okay. And of course, we still have custodial training, giving us 100% flamethrower damage versus bug corpses. It only takes a few seconds for a bug corpse to be removed, even the big stuff like tigers and royal guards. You're wondering again, it's the kind of same setup for the engineer's flamethrower. The reason why I think the Ranger excels above the other 2 classes is because of its mobility. I'm sure you've been in a game at some point in time where someone's calling out for a immediate bug corpse removal request at a particular section of the base. It's getting absolutely hammered, getting overrun. Right? What happens if, let's just take this giant rectangle here, right? Let's just imagine this is the base, one giant rectangle. Imagine all 3 of these classes start at this position, right? And the request for the bug corpse removal is over here, directly opposite side of the base. And let's assume worst case scenario, the inside of the base is absolute shit. There's too many obstacles are in the way. There's too many death pits. There's too much honeycombing, and it's really hard for the troopers to run over there, right? The engineer is going to have a hard time. The demolisher is going to have a hard time, but the Ranger, because of their boost jet ability, they're going to be able to jump and fly over all that crap, thus responding to the request for the bug corpse removal faster and more efficient than the other 2 classes. Okay, so that is their primary advantage over the demolisher and the engineer. Alright, and if they happen to run out of fuel completely, they can always remove 1 or 2 corpses with the high-X grenade. It doesn't destroy very much, but if you're really in a pinch, it can remove 1 or 2 warriors. Okay, so that is the top 3 builds, top 3 classes for what I think is the best at removing bug corpses in Starship Troopers Extermination. Alright, well, this is a very short video. I don't think I need to show any kind of video demonstration because we all know the capabilities of the flamethrower and how each class kind of plays in the game. I've now given you the tools that you need to build the builds yourself, and I'm going to actually leave it up to you to try these out and experiment on your own. And if you do try this out, let me know how it goes for you. If you think it still takes too long to remove a bug corpse using volatile mixture with the custodial training, go ahead and just use the additive solvents ammo and see how that goes. It'll destroy the bug corpses very, very quickly. But I think general use still, the volatile mixture is still the best way to go. Alright. Okay, so that's all for now. I hope it's helped you out. I hope you have fun with this build. It's really, really fun. I've had a blast using this on the last recording that I did. Alright, before you head out, if you haven't already, I hope that you can help me out by liking the video. Leave a little comment on the video itself, letting me know what you thought of the build. And if you actually haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. Change the notification to all. I'll let you know when I have videos like these go up, when I do live streams and things like that. Alrighty, well, I gotta go, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Catch you all later, troopers. Bye-bye.